There are some important developments on the charitable side. One is that there's a new $1,000 charitable deduction for people who don't itemize their deductions, but make charitable contributions, $2,000 for couples. Pretty significant. I think that's a real positive in the bill. This actually harkens back to something that was in place during the COVID years temporarily.
Yep.
There was a little deduction that was put in place those years. So this kind of renews that and makes it permanent. On the sort of negative
and real
side,
to emphasize that, that's for the non-itemizers.
Yeah, non-itemizers. Then for itemizers, there's a new floor essentially for charitable giving that basically disallows the deduction until you get up to 0.5% of adjusted gross income, AGI. And that is an interesting one. You guys have probably started to think about this a little because in my mind, what it does is sort of push people towards maybe larger, less frequent charitable contributions rather than more frequent, smaller ones. It's going to be interesting to see how that one plays out.
Yeah, and candidly, that's one that really is going to emphasize using vehicles like donor advised funds, where you do a larger gift into the donor advised fund to facilitate the smaller ones. But that way we're breaking or getting over that floor that's being implemented here.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. That's the kind of strategy you want to be thinking about here. I'm not totally sure what the policy incentive behind that decision was, and we'll see whether that gets looked at again because it was a little bit of a surprise coming out of the bill. One of those things in the 1,000-page bill that just kind of crops up. You're like, whoa, okay, so.
Well, and we should have probably mentioned it at the beginning, but the reality of it is there's a lot of this bill that we're still